Okay, we're now ready to try BB6. Write a formula for an arithmetic sequence. Alright, and then they give us a sequence to look at here. Okay, but first, let me show you. This is the formula that we use to write an arithmetic sequence. N is the position that they ask for. A1 is the first number, the number in the front. N is just the position. So again, N is the position. We leave that alone when we write the formula. D is the common difference. That is the number that they either add or subtract each time. Okay, so in this formula, or in this problem here, the very first number is 3. So that means here, when I plug this in, 3 goes here. That's what A1 is, the first number in the front. N is the position that we're going to ask for. They haven't asked us for anything, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Now, D is what they either add or subtract each time. This one's pretty easy. How much are they adding each time? They're adding 3, right? 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, so 3 is what they're adding. So I put a 3 here on the end. Now, this number is side by side, that means multiply. So I have to take this 3 and distribute it like that. So the 3 in the front drops down, 3 times n is 3n, and 3 times negative 3, or sorry, times negative 1 is negative 3. Then look what happens here. 3 subtract 3 is 0, so the formula is just 3n. So 3n is my answer here. Alright, this one, the very first number is 66, so 66 is A1. So AN equals 66 plus n minus 1. Now I need to see how much are they going up each time. They're just going up by 1, right? So 1 goes here. So 1 gets distributed. 1 times n is 1n. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 66 subtract 1 is 65. So this answer is 65 plus n. 65 plus n. Alright, this next one, negative 8, is the very first number. So negative 8 goes in the front. I put parentheses, n minus 1. I need to figure out what D is. How much are they either adding or subtracting? It looks to me like it's going by 8, isn't it? From negative 8 to negative 16, looks like I went down negative 8. So negative 8 goes here. You distribute. This 8 drops down. Oh, it was negative 2. Negative 8 times n is negative 8n. 2 negatives make a positive 8. Negative 8 plus 8 leaves us with just negative 8n as this answer. Now, I know some of you are thinking, does it do this every time? On this IXL, it may, like how this canceled out, it may do that every time here, but on real problems, no, it doesn't cancel out every time. Alright, this one, AN equals, A1 is 6, that's the first number. Then I put n minus 1. Now let's figure out what D was. How much are they going up each time? 1. So I put a 1 right here. 1 times n is 1n, and 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 6 subtract 1 is 5. So this answer is 5 plus n. Okay, let me jump ahead because it's the same stuff over and over here. See if they get harder. This is a new level. All right, the very first number is negative 36 plus n minus 1 times. It looks to me like it's increasing by 1, and it'll be positive 1, because if you go from negative 36 to negative 35, that's a positive 1 increase. So a positive 1 goes here. So negative 36 plus 1 times n is 1n. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Negative 36 subtract 1 is negative 37. So negative 37 plus n. Okay, this one, same thing. I'm going to jump ahead to the next level, see if it gets more difficult. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. So this one is going to make us write the expression or the equation. They just don't have the equal sign, so it's an expression. And they want us to tell them what is the 77th term. So I bet some of you that have taken the ACT have probably seen a question like this before. It'll give you a list of numbers and ask for a big position. Like it's asking for what's the 77th number in this list. Well, we could sit here and write down 77 numbers, but that would take all day. So there's an easier way to do it. I'm going to write the formula just like I've been doing. So the very first number is negative 96. That's what A1 is. Plus n minus 1 times what was D. I'm going to have to use my calculator on this one. So what is negative 192 minus negative 96? It says negative 96. So let me type in, just make sure. Negative 96 plus negative 96 is negative 192. Negative 192 plus negative 96 is negative 288. So what that means is negative 96 is the common difference. That's what goes here. Negative 96. Okay, I'm going to distribute. So negative 96 times n is negative 96n. Two negatives make a positive 96. My cat's wanting attention here. If you heard him yell. All right, negative 96 plus 96, that cancels out. So my formula is, or expression here, is negative 96n. Okay, now for this next part, here's all you do. To figure out what the 77th term is, you just plug in 77 right here where n is. So I'm going to type in negative 96 times 77. Negative 96 times 77 is negative 7,392. Negative 7,392. So that means the 77th number in this list of numbers is negative 7,392. The first number is negative 96, so that's called A1. This is A2, A3, A4. So A77 is this. Okay, so same thing here on this one. I have to write the equation first. So it's A1 plus parentheses n minus 1 times D. A1 is negative 2. You leave n minus 1 in the parentheses. Then how much is it increasing each time? 1. Positive 1. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So positive 1 goes here. All right, let's distribute. That'll be n. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Negative 2 subtract 1 is negative 3. So negative 3 plus n is the expression. And then here, the 7th term means I just plug in the number 7 right here. So what's negative 3 plus 7? That is 4. So 4 goes here. Okay, this is the same thing. Let me jump up so I can get to the blue ribbon. Now, this is taking me all the way up to 90. But it's still, I'll do this one. It's still the same thing. So the very first number is negative 22 plus parentheses n subtract 1. How much are they increasing each time or decreasing? Negative 22, I believe. Because negative 22 plus negative 22 is negative 44. So it looks like this. That'll be minus 22n. Two negatives make plus 22. Those cancel out. So negative 22n is my formula. Negative 22n. And then I'm going to type in negative 22 times 81. is negative 1,782. Okay, you just send me a message. We'll do a Zoom sometime to go over these together, but send me a message if you get stuck, and I'll talk to y'all later.